What's up, CJ crew? It's your boy Chris.
And it's Jay.
And welcome back to the Chris and Jay way. If y'all new to this channel, don't forget to like,
comment, subscribe.
tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Chris
and Jay. And y'all, today we're
Yes.
about to be dropping some gems.
Yeah, some gems.
Important gems. Okay, so if you want the tea, stay tuned.
And all this stuff can be Googled, researched, whatever, but we're gonna give it to y'all.
Yes, y'all don't even have to Google it.
We're cutting out the middleman here. We're coming straight to y'all from Chris and Jay. Y'all know we like to travel. If y'all new to this channel, then go back and watch some of our recent travel vlogs that we've done. 2020, you know, with COVID and everything, we didn't get to be on the move like we usually do.
We had to cancel a lot of trips.
And I wish we would have had a YouTube, you know, a year before last year because
we took a lot. What was that? 2019.
Yeah.
We
were
3 or 4 vacations.
Yeah.
We went to Jamaica. We went to the Dominican Republic. We went to LA, and we went somewhere else.
I can't remember.
Or maybe it was 3.
No, we went to the cruise at the top of the year.
Oh yes, we did a cruise.
To
we did.
Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Yep. Stay tuned for this year. That's all I can say about
Yes.
that. But we're gonna get right into the
Let's
video
get into
now.
the video.
Let's do it. And this has been requested by a lot of people, by our friends, from our subscribers, our followers on Instagram. If y'all don't follow us on Instagram, go follow us on Instagram
and Facebook.
Facebook, Twitter. It'll be down below. Yeah, we take some bum pictures. Not even when we travel, but just bum pictures, period. So y'all go over there, spam those likes for us on our social medias.
Yeah, so let's get into the video.
Let's do it.
We talking.
We do.
First thing you gotta find out where you want to go.
Choose you 2 good locations.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. 3 at the max, because if you're really a real indecisive person, you know, 3 gonna be a lot for you. So choose those 3, and then from there you narrow it down.
Do you want your destination to be hot? Do you want to be cold? Like, what type of vibe are you
you
going
want in the middle? Are you going for beaches? Are you going for, you know, scenery, not just beaches? Are you going for history? I mean,
it just
all
depends on you. So think about what do you want to get out of your vacation before you decide where you want. Research the location. So once you find where you want to go, research it. Go on Google, read reviews, see what people had to say about it before you decide to go, because even though the place may look really good and picture wise, people may have something to say that doesn't sit well with you. So,
and pictures lie.
Make sure you research the culture. So what language do they speak? Are you going to be able to, you know, understand what they're saying? And make sure you know their currency. Like, are you going to be able to use American dollars or whatever currency that you have? Are you going to be able to use that currency in their country? Like, you need to know these things. Right,
because they might use pesos. You know, I got some pesos.
You got
some pesos, man.
Yeah, it's so extra. You didn't tell me you was pulling out props.
I'm pulling out pesos. You won't focus, but that's a peso.
Most places accept American dollars. Some people don't. So you just need to make sure.
Try to I suggest having half and half. Get you some of their currency and then keep you some American dollars too. And just a tip, if you do forget to exchange in the airport, in most of the tourist resorts or the tourist areas, there are exchange centers there. I mean, they may be a little bit higher, they may be a little cheaper, but your best bet is to get it at the airport. Yeah,
for sure. And then another tip, like if you use the country's currency, like the whatever you're purchasing, it tends to be cheaper. So when you use, say for instance, when we go to Mexico and we use American dollars, they overcharges for, you know, whatever we're buying.
Because our currency, you know, weighs more than theirs, so you know, they're gonna get you that.
You want to make sure that you're looking at the places that you shouldn't go, like that are not safe for tourists.
Exactly.
For sure, because you don't want to be in, you know, a dangerous position or unsafe position. So make sure you know where to go and where not to go. Also, transportation. You want to know how you're going to get to where you're going.
The best thing that I suggest doing is book you a transportation company that's going to pick you up from the airport, take you to where you're staying, and also pick you back up. So try to book a round trip transportation so you're not trying to scramble to get back. So that way, if you do that, it's going to be real professional. You're going to know what time they're picking you up from the airport, what time they're going to pick you up on your return date, and they get all your flight information, so you won't be late. So that is the best
and they're
tip.
Always on time. Always on time.
As far as once you get to your resort, whatever you're staying at, then you can get cabs through that resort.
So you can go down to the front desk and order a cab
get your
through
cab.
them. So it's kind of safer. You also want to know, like, will your phone work in that country that you're going to? For instance, our phone worked in Mexico.
Depending on your company, it'll switch over to what cell service they have there. And then you typically, when you turn your phone off of airplane mode, you get a text message and it tells you if you got unlimited service, if it's going to charge you 25 cents or however many cents it's going to charge you for a call. So, be mindful of that. And also, just do your due diligence and contact your phone company yourself. Let them know.
When we went to Mexico, our phone service was free. We were able to call in, call out, free of charge, use our data and all of that. When we went to the Dominican Republic, we didn't have free phone service. So if we wanted to call back home, it was like maybe a couple of cents per minute.
A couple cents per minute.
So just be mindful of that. The next thing is how you're going to get to where you're going. Obviously, if you're going overseas, more than likely you're going to be traveling by plane, unless you decide to do a cruise, but that's a different story.
Yeah, that's different. You do a cruise, then that's
so most likely you're going to be traveling by plane, air. So you want to figure out what airline company you're going to go with. So most people are familiar with Delta Airlines. They're great. However, there are other airline companies like Southwest,
American Airlines, United. You have
JetBlue. Like it's
you got a lot of them. So price shop around for your flights too.
And another tip when you're shopping for flights, put your phone in a private tab or clear out your search
This is
history.
a key. You listen to this one.
Listen.
This is a key. This is what they don't tell you in school.
This is what they don't tell you. But when you're searching for flights, clear your browser history or put your phone in a private browser setting, so that the airline won't know that you're looking at other flights. Because when they see that you're shopping around for different flights, they're like, okay, well, she's going somewhere, he's going somewhere. Let me hike my prices up. Because if you're heavily shopping around, they're like, oh yeah, they're definitely going. So, they're going to buy it, whatever cost it is, they're definitely going to. You have different online travel agencies like Expedia, Book It. Those travel agencies are very helpful.
Airlines.
Southwest Vacations. So you can do a bundle. So you can book your flight, you can book your hotel, and sometimes you can go ahead and add your car in there. And also excursions too.
That's you can do it all in one, and that's cutting out your travel agent. It's all there in front of you. Why pay somebody to do it for you
when you can just
do it yourself?
I mean, if you want to go ahead and pay somebody to do it, then
that's all fine, because that's a profession. They have to be paid, but
but you can do it yourself. So we're just letting you know how to do it yourself. Where are you going to stay?
Yeah, that's the big one.
Are you going to be staying at a hotel? Are you going to be staying at a resort? Or do you want to do an Airbnb type of situation?
My suggestion for first-time travelers is always to go with the resort. With resorts, if you've never been, you can't get on the resort unless you have a reservation. I mean, even when you leave off and come back on, you still have to identify yourself, sign in.
And they give you a wristband, so your wristband has to be visible at all times.
And another key for safety, once you leave a resort, the guard at the gate writes down your room number, so that way if you don't come back, they know what time you left, they know who you left with, they know all of that, so that's a good check and balance.
And then another key to getting a cab through the hotel or the resort, they know exactly who or what cab company came and picked you up. So if something happens and you have a track record of what happened, to see what they offer. Do they offer a spa credit, or do they offer a free activity, or
is it all inclusive?
like a upgrade upgrade or try to see. And then another thing, like when you get to the resort and you're checking in, ask them, like, do you guys have a free upgrade today? Like, they'll say yes, they'll say no. Like, either way, we got that when we went to Cancun. Yeah. Like, we were eligible for an upgrade.
That's another hack. Amazing. They don't tell you about that hack. Yes. But, I mean, I'm going to say 8 times out of 10, if they're not fully booked, they're going to say yes. And I think that they keep rooms just for people to ask that question. Yeah. Because their key is to get you to come back or tell people about it. So.
For sure. Because if we ever go back to Cancun, we're definitely staying at that hotel again. Yeah. Like, it was amazing. Wi-Fi. Make sure you ask if they have Wi-Fi. Right. And some resort, like, you have to pay for it. But I feel like all the resorts and hotels we stayed at so far, the Wi-Fi was included.
The Wi-Fi was included. I mean, some are better than others, but I mean, ask about that Wi-Fi.
The next thing is planning your activities or excursions for when you are on your vacation. Right. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do a boat ride? Do you want to do ATVs?
Do you want to zip lining?
Wine tasting? Like, what do you want to do? They always book our activities, and go ahead and tell them where you book them.
Yeah, so no matter where you go, they're going to have a website, a trusted website that you can book your excursions from. I start by going to Expedia. And then, you know, just type in excursions, and then Expedia gives you reviews based on who's the best down to the worst. Of course, you pick from the top of that list. And
you also use TripAdvisor.
Yeah, TripAdvisor. Use TripAdvisor too, because one thing I did learn just going out of the country, that they use TripAdvisor over everything. TripAdvisor, accurate, up-to-date reviews. And
very up-to-date.
Yeah, they ask you before you leave to, hey, can you leave me a review on TripAdvisor?
So you know that's accurate.
So book your excursions. You know, book them ahead of time too, because the closer you get to the date, the price tends to get a little higher. So if you know you're going 6 months from now, you book it out. I mean, they'll book it for you, and you're good. And they come pick you up.
Yes.
They will pick you up from your resort.
Not all of them pick you up, but majority of them do. Majority just make sure that you find one that'll offer transportation from your hotel and back.
And I think if they don't pick you up directly at your hotel, there'll be like a central location that you need to go to that they'll pick you, because typically the excursions are further out outside of the tourist cities.
Just like a few tips. Some of them we probably already said.
So if you hear it again, it is important. If you hear it again, it's important. So write it down. Get your notebook. Put it in your memory.
So number 1, use local currency. We already told you that.
Use your
number
local
2,
currency.
Let the bank know that you're traveling. This is very important.
That's very important.
Because if you run out of cash for whatever reason and you need to go ahead and use your card, if, say for instance, you use your card in Mexico and you live in Atlanta, the bank is going to be alerted like, whoa, she lives in Atlanta. Why is her card being swiped in Mexico? So they're going to go ahead and decline it. So if you let your bank know ahead of time that you're traveling, they'll go ahead and approve all purchases.
So you don't want to look like you don't have any money. So call your bank.
Call your bank. Make sure that you have the address to the hotel or Airbnb, wherever you're going to stay, because once you're leaving out the country, you're gonna be expected to fill out those immigration custom forms, and on that form is gonna ask you have to put the exact address of where you're staying.
Exact address.
So what if your phone doesn't work, or maybe your phone died? So make sure you write it down in like your notebook.
Yeah, have it somewhere. Have a backup somewhere.
Write it down or print it out.
Because with that information, you're not going to be able to get into your destination. And if you get into your destination with filling this information out, remember this piece here. They're going to give you a small little card when you go through customs. You need that card. If you don't have that card, you will not get back to where you're going. That is your free pass to say, hey, I came into this country legally.
Make sure that you know your bag limits and the size.
Your toiletry size and all that.
Because you don't want to carry like a huge bottle of lotion in your carry-on. Don't do that.
That was when we
I was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
And honestly, like I knew I couldn't have like that big of a lotion bottle in my bag, but I really thought that I put it in my checked bag and not my carry-on. So they will throw your stuff away if it's over the limit. I think you can only have like maybe 3 ounces.
Yeah, it's not gonna be any conversation station, they're gonna say, "Hey, we're throwing this away."
Yes, it was like a brand new Bath and Body Works lotion. Yeah. Oof, I was so upset. They threw it away. Make sure you have a detailed itinerary. Yes. Like write it out to the T. Like day 1 at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. This is what I'm doing. So you won't waste your time on your vacation trying to figure out. Like,
you want to get the full experience of your vacation. You don't want to spend any time. If you go with a group, like, okay, what y'all want to do? What we want to do?
Yeah, you need to have it figured out. This is like our last tip. Make sure that you share your itinerary with someone who is not on the trip with you. Yeah. And this is for safety reasons. And remember I said, make sure that it's detailed by day and time. Like, so if, say for instance, it's your day 1 and your mom can't get you, she has your itinerary, like she has an idea that, oh, maybe she's in the middle of the ocean somewhere, she can't answer the phone. Right. So make sure that, you know, someone knows your location at all times. And if you have an iPhone, go ahead and share your location with somebody who's not with you. So safety, I mean, y'all gotta protect yourself.
Protect yourself. And just another thing on safety, I know a lot of people, you know, this is for people that hasn't traveled out the country, or if you have traveled out the country and never explored outside of your resort or hotel, Airbnb. I mean, the tourist areas are very nice and safe. You got to think about it. In these countries, that's what brings in their revenue. So they're going to make sure those areas are safe. I mean, you could get robbed in your hometown, so don't judge it as like, oh, it's out the country, it's unsafe. I mean, a lot of people have opinions about places they've never been.
That's true. Because I remember the first time we were going to Mexico, like, a lot of people were like, ooh, y'all going to Mexico? Like, be careful. Yeah. They snatch people. I mean, they snatch people in the United States. Right. So, I mean, you just gotta, you can't live your life in fear. Because
you gotta get out there and see the world.
Yes, life is just going to pass you by. So, make sure that you know, remain safe at all times. Use your precautions. Yeah. Pay attention to your
Be alert, Stay alert, you know. Don't get too inebriated that you don't know your surroundings. Yeah. So, you know.
Yes. So that was our little TED talk.
That's our TED travel talk. You know, hey,
Chris and Jay's travel.
You know, talk to us in the comments if you have more questions about travel. You know, let us know. If you think this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments.
And share this video with a friend. Like,
you never know who you're helping.
One more thing, you guys, that I just found out today. So, you know, with the whole coronavirus and everything that's going on, the CDC just put out like a recommendation or a new policy that if you're traveling outside the United States, before you come back into the United States, you will have to get a coronavirus test.
3 days prior to
3 days prior to you to your flight leaving. Right. So long story short, if you go out the country before you get back on the flight to go back to your destination, to your hometown, you gotta have a COVID test. So make sure you keep that in mind.
We're gonna put that stuff in the description from the CDC,
so where you can find
you can go find it. It's right there for you.
He gave some good gems.
Gems, and you know, check these websites out. We'll put them in the description, and you know, that's it.
Bye guys. See you in our next video. Ooh. Oh. Hat kiss. Mwah. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye guys.